Hey, good afternoon, Facebook group. It's, what is it here? It's Tuesday, January the 26th. We're coming to the end of the first month of 2021. I hope wherever I'm catching you that the new year has started out well for you in terms of your health and happiness, but most importantly in your mindset as we continue to plug away with this global challenges that everyone has. And I hope, again, that you're doing well. Real powerful lesson I want to share with all of you that are on the journey with me in network marketing. The opportunity to understand that you've got to put in the work. You've got to put in the work in building what you want to create. And in my handy journal here that I journal every single day, there was a quote from a podcast the other day that I want to read to you and then give you sort of an example of what I'm talking about that you may have heard or not. Goes on to say that compensation always catches up to skill set and effort. Compensation in this industry always catches up to skill set and effort on your part, but it is almost always delayed. Let me read that to you again. Compensation always catches up to skill set and effort, but it almost always is delayed. You've heard the example of looking for the four aces in the deck of cards. Here's a deck of cards, right? A lot of people in this business start and stop, go and stop, delay and go and stop, and don't understand that all you're looking for is a couple of key business builders from a network marketing perspective. And ultimately, you're looking for the four aces in a deck of cards. And a lot of people, in reading that phrase, understanding that compensation always catches up to skill set and effort on your part, but it almost always is delayed. And so in reading that, I want to give you guys an example of your business here as I've mixed this deck now 3 minutes prior to coming onto this Facebook Live with you, and I'm, mixing it up again here and shuffling it as best as I can, depicting your business. Hey, Judy. Hope you're doing well. And I'll get you on in a second here if you can. I just want to finish off this to explain to people the challenges we have in this industry. So if this is my business, day one, I start my Nu Skin Enterprise business, my network marketing business. I'm excited. Who do I pull up here but a 10? Not bad, a 10. Person joins up, starts to make a few calls, starts to make a few sales, starts to gain some credibility on his own part with his organization, his team members, and away we go. Who's my next person? A 4. Sponsors him, comes to a meeting, next day he's gone. Boom, a queen. Wow, not bad. I found a queen. She sponsored in, finds 2 other people quickly the next day, starts to build some momentum, calls me, and before you know it, I'm not hearing from her 3 weeks down the road. So now we're 2-3 weeks into my business and we're not quite finding some momentum. A jack, not bad. We've caught a jack. That person's doing quite well. Jumps in. I found a few different leaders. We're jumping on team calls together. But over the time, we're not really finding that next person who's going to stick. We find a king. Wow, we're going pretty well with this set of cards in this direction. We're finding some pretty good people here, queens and jacks and kings. I'm feeling pretty good early on in my business, the first month and a half. I'm feeling good, I'm getting up, I've got a reason to keep on building. I find a 3, sponsor that person, promises me the world, she's gonna be my next blue diamond, she's gone the next day. Ace, I finally found that ace. I finally found that ace in the deck of cards. I am feeling unbelievable. That individual sponsors in, and takes off and starts to build, is calling me every day, is driving a whole team and leg of organization. I'm feeling unbelievably well. I wake up the next day, I'm 100% back into this business. I'm believing it after about a month and a half, and I start sponsoring again. I find a 10. That person comes in, so. I find another king, another person that says he's gonna conquer the world and make millions in the business. That person is gone. I find another person, same old stuff, that person is gone. A jack, a 7, a 5. You get what I'm talking about here, guys. The 3. Now I'm really starting to slow down in my activity. Oh, there's another ace in my business, another person. My point being with this business, folks, and obviously if I had to go through here, you can see at the very bottom was an actual ace after flipping all these cards. My point being, you've got to go through the numbers with this business. It's a business of connecting with people. You have no idea where you're catching people. And compensation will always catch up to skill set and effort, but it is almost always delayed. You've got to take the time to go through the numbers, because as he wrote here in network marketing, it is work, 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 and then you get paid. And then it's work, 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 and you get paid. And then if you stick to it, work, 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 paid. And then it's work, work, paid. And then it's work, paid. And eventually, as you stick to this business, you'll surface those 4 aces. You'll start to drive business, and you'll start to be paid, paid, paid work. Paid, 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 paid work. Do you see what I'm saying to you from a leverage perspective? The business starts to take a life. You still work the business every single day. You never stop recruiting, but the opportunity to create leverage as you're sifting and sorting for those 4 aces through the journey of finding 3s and 5s and jacks and queens and 6s and 4s. That's the lesson I want to share with all of you. Compensation always catches up to your skill set. You need to invest in you and continue to work on you and grow as an individual and put in the effort. But it is almost always delayed. So that is very powerful. So let me see if I can bring on board Judy. And let's see if Judy comes on board. She's being added. Let's see. I guess I'm not able to add her. She's not coming on board. So there you go, guys. Hope you got some value from a very powerful rule in this business. Put in the work. Put in the work with your business. Ups and downs. Try to keep your mental faculty even keel. You may get an ace, which will get exciting, and then eventually you're going to end up finding a bunch of duds. That's okay. Every dud will lead you to a stud, and your business will grow. So hope you got some value with that, especially with the example I shared with you to understand. Find kings, as you find 9s, as you find queen, looking for that next ace in your business, when eventually, with work, with personal development, with making the calls, with following up with people, with following up with your leaders, growing, being in touch, following up, caring more about other people than you care about yourself, follow up, and eventually you'll find your next, well, we're going through a long stretch of frustration here in my business. But as you can see, eventually, will that next ace surface up? It will, eventually. And I'm going to continue to finish this live until I get my next rock star who gets this business, as I continue to push and call and create. You guys get a sense of what this business is all about? Boom. There's that individual. But it took a number of other individuals that I called, who promised, who joined my business, who began the business, who quit the business, who restarted the business, who continued the business. I cannot control anyone else. All I can control is my efforts. So love everyone where they're from and where they're in and the space that they're in. Follow up at the appropriate time, but continue to sift and sort if you're building a network marketing business, to identify, as I always say, those 4 aces in a deck of cards. Guys, I hope you got some value. Go out there, make it an amazing Tuesday. And God willing, we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.